Hello, this is a tutorial on using some other aspect of Google known as add-ons. Add-ons are available in Docs, in Sheets, in a lot of the different Google apps that we're using. And Google has a lot of these apps that enhance documents that both teachers and students can use. An add-on is a way to add functionality to the various documents through an integration with a third-party app. So let's go to Docs and let's create a new Google Doc. And we'll give it a title. And so now we have our doc. So to get access to the add-ons, up here in this toolbar along the top, here's the add-ons. And there's some that you might already have listed here. And if they have a flyout menu that kind of tell you what you can get some help with this particular add-on. So this first one, Easy Bib, allows you to manage the bibliography. Lucid diagrams, lucid chart diagrams is actually very cool. I have another tutorial out there specifically about this. A lot of different things you can do with concept maps, mind maps, and so forth. You know, open clip art is it's a handy tool that mitigates the problem of worrying about licensing for students in clip art. There's 50,000 clip art icons that are Creative Commons, so they're open source, people can use them, and there's some other things. In order to find out what some other ones are, you can click on Get Add-ons, and it'll open up a whole list of various types of things. And then there's that open clip art right here, and you know, you can find them this way through the icons, or if you have a title of one that maybe you've heard of, and some of them I'm going to tell you here in a second, you can just go right here and search, and then all you would have to do is click on it. Most of them will tell you here, most of them are free. Sometimes there may be a fee. You have to make the determination as to whether or not you want to do that, but there's a lot of free ones in here, and then you just can use it in whatever that particular document is, or spreadsheet, or whatever it is that you're working on, because add-ons are available in all kinds of different Google apps. So things like Google Docs, Google Sheets, Slides. There's a lot of different add-ons that are available. Some of them work in some of the things, some of them work in all of them. Consistency checker, this one right here. It's useful for creating documents in which you're looking to be consistent. So consistency checker will do an extra check for spelling, but also checks other things like numbers and hyphenations and other types of writing mechanics. So it doesn't check for specifically for, it's an extra check for spelling. It's not a specific spell check or a grammar check, but it does check for consistency in spelling, such as that the same word is spelled correctly. So, for example, if you spelled the word color, C-O-L-O-R, and then you had kind of like the British spelling, C-O-L-O-U-R, it would be marked as inconsistent, and then you could make the decision and do like a find and replace type of a thing. Document merge is another one. Document merge is an add-on that allows students and teachers to merge documents into a new Google Doc. So it takes the data from a spreadsheet or a doc and it merges it into a Google Doc, and so that's kind of neat if you're working together. MindMeister. MindMeister is it's kind of like a Bubble Us. MindMeister, I already have an independent tutorial on that as well in the EdTech Guide. But MindMeister is a mind map or concept map application, and you can use it on a computer device, or you can also use it on a mobile device like an iPad or a Android tablet. There is template gallery is another one to consider. You can create various documents using rubrics from this particular gallery. So it's a gallery of templates, of rubric templates, and with us kind of getting involved in clickable rubrics, getting some ideas from that particular gallery might be helpful to you. And there's another one called Twitter Curator. Twitter Curator. It's a Google Doc add-on that provides students and teachers with the ability to pull together the tweets from your class that you make and share that out. You can also use it to share tweets that are successful, or even those made by authors and others, to document further information about what the students have learned. And what's interesting, I teach some business courses, and so when I'm at lunch and I'm reading various newspapers and various websites related to business information, if I run across something that is interesting to my students, or I think will be interesting to my students, I can twit it out, and I'll use the hashtag my last name followed by ABC 101, and then I tell my students in my syllabus that I'm going to be doing this periodically, and if they're interested in participating, this is the hashtag I'm going to be using, so they can search for that, or they can subscribe to my Twitter account. And then if we have something that kind of gets a little bit of hits back and forth, gets exciting, we engage in some communication, I'll actually grab that particular original tweet and bring it into the discussion board, and we can all get access to it. Sometimes it's just an interesting and fun way. If you have your students where you only see them once a week, or you're sitting there at lunch, or you're having breakfast in the morning, and some interesting or current event news just happens in the stuff that you're studying, in the area of the class that you're teaching, and just throwing it out to the students right away so they can get some instant access to some currency as far as information goes, that sometimes can be kind of an interesting discussion to then move forward on the discussion board. So that's another one. There's also one called Google Translate, where it's a translation tool where you can embed Google Translate right into documents. So somebody could click on that translate link and actually have the document that's in a foreign tongue or foreign language can be translated for you. And then geography and history teachers may want to insert the Google Maps into the document they're working on, and there's a Google Maps add-on. And then math teachers can check out something called GMath. So it does, if in writing a document or putting together something like that, you need to have a complex mathematical function. You need to be able to write that. That's also a tool that you may want to consider using. So just some ideas for some of the things that you can do with Google Docs. Again, there are other add-ons available in the spreadsheets and in the well, just about everybody. Forms has them, Google Forms. I have one out there in the EdTech Guide in the tutorial tab called Flubaroo, which is a neat little add-on that you might want to consider. But all of the Google apps, the docs, the sheets, the slides, the forms, all have their own add-ons. So definitely worth exploring. So when you open up any of those applications to work on, it's right here in this add-ons tab. You click on that, you will get a list of a bunch of things that they have. There's a lucid chart, a whole bunch of different things that you may or may not be interested in, but it's at least worth checking out. And you can always pull them off. If it's not something you're going to use, you can pull that add-on out of whatever you're working on. There's the Translate one, we talked about that. So just some ideas and some different ways that you may want to consider using some of these things. Again, these are Google add-ons to some of their apps. Thanks.